All right, ladies and gents, boys and girls, welcome back. It's me, Addy, again, and I hope you guys are doing amazing as always. Hope you guys are having a lovely weekend, an amazing Sunday, and welcome back to Wheel Spin Sunday number 2. The first voting session we ever did, the first Wheel Spin Sunday we ever did, was awesome. It was a massive success. I was really happy with how it all turned out. Thank you all so much for voting. Thank you all so much for being here and participating and having all the fun. It was really, really cool getting to play Majora's Mask as our first ever game. That was voted for by the community and was a result of Kill's initial vote for it, because I could not have been more excited to play that game. I was sleeping on it for so long as a massive Ocarina of Time fan. So now that we finished that game last week, we're back with yet another Wheel Spin Sunday. And again, thank you all, everyone, for voting for the second session as well. And for those of you who are not in the know about what this is, every time we have a voting session, every time we finish a community voted game, we open up a session in the Discord server where you guys can suggest games for me to play. And if you are sub to the channel, then you have a higher chance of getting your games picked, essentially. All the rules are in the Discord server. And then we return on Sunday to put all the entries into a wheel, spin the wheel, and select the game. And that's what we're going to be doing today. Thank you everyone for your votes and appreciate everyone being here. Thank you Astra, thank you Melly, Ricky, Short, Seb. The turnout is already really crazy. You guys are awesome. Hope you guys are having a lovely weekend. Let me know if you can hear me, by the way. Ever since those 2 streams I did in particular where my plugin decided to basically just conk out, I've been really nervous, but I think the audio's okay. I think you guys can hear what I'm saying. I think I'm ducking the music. Okay, good. Thank God. I even did stream tests and stuff, but I'm still worried. Because of all the streams this audio BS could have happened on, it was on my 2 tactic streams. One of the most important games to me. And so I had to cut out a little bit of the intro when uploading to YouTube, which is a big bummer. But it is what it is. Yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for being here, everybody. It is 7 Eastern over here on a Sunday, and we're back with this. So let's get started. I'm going to just go ahead and get right into this time around because I don't want to keep anybody waiting. I actually went ahead and already built the wheel, but I'll show you guys the games that got selected this time around for being in the wheel. So important thing to note, and some of you were a little bit confused about this, so I really want to highlight this point. And as always, I'm okay to go over these rules over many times. Please feel free to ask all the questions. And thank you very much, Melly, for the treat for the best boy. Really appreciate that. Always really fun starting the streams off with that. As much to kind of you guys. Ah, yeah, Melly. Thank you, Melly. Haley, Melly, hell yeah. Hello, Link. Here you go with the treat. Good boy. All right. It's statistically proven that your chances of getting your game picked are improved by 30%, Melly, whenever you give Link a treat. So that's a secret for you guys. Good boy. The cutie patootie. He's playing with his toys today a whole bunch. But yeah. All right. So I understand my system is a little bit complicated. I get that. And I've received a bit of feedback about that recently. And I totally understand. In fact, it's something I think about a lot myself. The reason I decided to still commit to it is because I'm not a big fan personally of the simplicity of the traditional voting system where it's like, okay, here are a list of games I want to play as a streamer, and I want you guys to select. The reason I'm not a fan of it is because my community necessarily isn't going to like those games, right? I want you guys to be able to select anything you guys are a fan of, right? Obviously, there's a bit of a middle ground because I want to stream things that I haven't before. So I only request that you guys look at a list of games that I have in the Discord that I've streamed through before, and then vote for something that's not on there. But other than that, everything is free game. And with a system like that, there are bound to be a lot of like tiny little intricacies here and there just to keep things fair, keep things from getting overwhelming. But at the same time, I want to have a system where you guys basically don't get left behind. I want to be able to, all these games you see here, I want to be able to play all of them eventually. Every single one of these games are going to get played. And this is something I don't think a lot of people were in the know about, understandably. So I really want to highlight this point, that if your game doesn't get selected today, what happens is this list remains the same. If the game gets selected, I'll play through it. So let's say Shibi's game here, Shinobi the Art of Vengeance, it gets selected today by the wheel. I'll play through it, and then eventually it'll be gone from the list, right? If nothing gets selected, they'll stay in the list, and the votes remain the same. And in the next session, you guys can re-vote for your game that didn't get picked. So that way, it increases the odds of it finally getting chosen, you know? So if you guys pray hard enough, keep praying for your game, your prayers will literally get answered by the wheel. That's just how it works, right? Eventually, you can have something like if Xenoblade didn't win here, eventually Kill can just keep voting and it'll have like 40 votes at some point. Hopefully it doesn't get to that point, because that will take forever for it to get there. But you get what I'm saying, right? Like eventually, through voting enough, your game will get up there and it will 100% get picked. So that's my idea. And Esther, the reason it's not going to get massive is because another little rule that I have, and that's why I said I know it's a little bit complicated, but trust me, it's not like, you guys will eventually get used to this. If you guys, the reason it won't get massive is because if you on the next session vote for a different game, say, so you voted for Phoenix Wright, right? So if you were to vote for a new game in the next session, I ask that you guys replace the old game, because I don't want it to get to the point where they're like 70, 80 games or something like that, because you guys keep voting for new games and the old ones remain in the list in the last session. So that's the only caveat, is that either you re-vote for the game you had before, or if you want to select a new game, you have to replace a game that you voted for in the past. So that's kind of the way the system's going to be, so that I can play all the games realistically and get around to all of them. So yeah, that's kind of what I just wanted to get out of the way. And again, I'll bring it up more in the future, because this is a point that I know a lot of people are not gonna, you know, not everybody is going to be in the know about, and might not vote in a session because I know this happened to someone in the community recently, where they didn't put any votes in this session because they didn't realize that you could re-vote for your game. So I want to make that very, very clear, that you guys can keep voting every single session for the same game if you want to. So basically, you voted vote for game A, and that's your vote. Next time you can add an additional vote for game A or change it for a new game. Absolutely correct. You got it, Melly. So yeah, you can keep voting for your game from the previous sessions. If you want to select a new game, you could totally do that too, but it will have to replace the old game, and you will have to start the votes from scratch. But if you have let's say if you're like sub to the channel, so you have more than one vote, you could, with your 2 votes, put 1 into the previous game and select a new game at the same time without replacing the old one. You could do that as well. It's only if you're, let's say, not subbed and you only have 1 vote but you want to select a new game, that you will pretty much have to replace the old one. So again, it's like, I want to give you guys flexibility with how you distribute the votes, and it'll make sense. The more you vote, the more of these we do. That's my hope. Out of curiosity, not that I want to do this, what if you wanted to move all your votes to one of the previously voted for games? Yeah, you absolutely can. You guys can be as flexible as you'd like to with your votes. Also, how you doing, Paycob? Thank you for being here, man. Yeah, no, you're good, man. I knew you were hyped about the J stuff, right? You were talking to Evan about that. Happy where my votes are at the moment. I'm just wondering how it will work. You absolutely could do that. If you're asking, for example, if in a new session you didn't want to vote for your game and you wanted to like maybe put all the votes into, let's say, Little Misfortune here by Brent, and you wanted to put your 2 votes into that, you can. And this will go up to 4 votes, and then Brent could come back and be like, yeah, I still really want Little Misfortune to win. Addy, I'm going to put my 2 votes into that. It'll become 6 for the next session. Like, what's wrong? So that is, I hope that answers your question. Is that what you were asking? It's like an entirely collaborative thing. No, I more meant, for example, what if I wanted to vote only for Ace Attorney? Hypothetically, still sub? Yeah, you can. That's the whole idea, basically. Like, you can continue to vote for your one game. But if you want to select a new game, it will have to replace that one. So the list doesn't get too long and it doesn't become impossible for me to play everything. I don't want it to be where you can just keep adding new games every single voting session, because then I'm just never going to be able to play the games, right? And the goal is I want to be able to play all of your games. I don't want this to be a system where it's like, okay, so just your games, guys, but maybe I'll play them. And if the wheel isn't selected, well, whoop-de-doo. Like, I'm probably... well, guess you're out of luck. You know, I don't want it to be like that. I want to alleviate that as much as possible while still keeping it reasonable for myself and for everybody, you know? I think Link is saying, Octopath, please win. And then he came back and barked a second time. I was like, no, Ghostwire. What would happen? Vote that's been shifted from one of the games to the other game that I had previously voted for. Oh, like you mean you want to be able to shift all your votes from one game to another game that you previously voted? So let's say, yeah, why not? Absolutely. Yeah, sure. Shit, why not? We can add that as a rule. So you, if I'm understanding correctly, you want to be able to, let's say, because I know you voted for Persona 5 alongside Kill, correct? So you're asking, can I move my votes from Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, for example, right? This is an example, maybe it's not what you want to do. Can I move all three of these into Persona 5 or something else? It doesn't even have to be this one. And the answer is yes, you can. Absolutely. You guys can, as long as it's in the spirit of collaboration and wanting to get other people's games to win or getting your game to win, but in a way that's reasonable, that's completely fair. And the votes are already there, so you can like move the votes around if you would like. If you're like, okay, I don't know if I want this previous game. But what you can't do, I think, just to keep it a little bit fair, is, you know, take all your votes out of a previous game and put them all into like a new game that you select, and, you know, start that from like 15 votes or something. Like, hypothetically, next time I choose to re-vote for Ace Attorney and to move the Persona 5 vote to Ace Attorney, yeah, so you could totally do that, like move your votes around between games if you wanted. Just to be clear, asking because I'm curious as to how this works, not because I want to change my votes, so I've said it before, but I just want to make it clear. No, absolutely. Yeah, please feel free to ask questions so that I can clarify stuff for you guys, and I can also maybe learn some stuff that would work to improve this system. And the more I think about it, I don't know, I want your guys' feedback on this. I'm a little bit hazy thinking about this right now. Would it be fair if I allowed you guys, or would this make it unfair? I'm trying to think out loud about this. If I made it so that you guys could take out all your votes from one game and then decide on a new game, but then put all the votes into that game, or is it more fair if you wanted to select a new game and replace the old one, you had to start from scratch? Does the initial one sounds like it could be good for you guys, but I don't want it to... Is there a way that I could maybe give you an advantage over other people is what I'm trying to think. I don't think so. No, well, I don't think so. Because you already put in the time and the effort to get your game to where you wanted it to be with the votes. And now if you just wanted to change your game to something else, that's okay. Yeah, you can take all the votes with you and put it into that. Yeah, you know what? Sure. Yeah, let's put that in place. But yeah, let me know if you guys would like to, if you want to give some feedback and jump in and kind of bounce off of this. I think I'll put that in as a rule. That you guys are allowed to, if you want to replace a game, take all your votes with you and put that into the new game. Or, yeah, because that's just a part of the vote distribution, because I want to give you guys flexibility with that. Yeah, why not? So yeah, for the next one, let's say, you know, Kill here wants to select some new game, right? And because he's tier 3, he has like 4 votes, right? So he doesn't have to replace all the games, obviously. He can just replace like one of the previous games that he voted for. So like Persona 5 and Xenoblade are his 2 games right now. He could, if he wanted to, in the next one, add 2 more games because he's a tier 4, right? Or he could replace these 2. And basically, he could, if he wanted to, take all the votes with him, and when he's replacing a game, he could put them into the new game. That's, I think, completely reasonable. Can you choose not to move those old votes and to start from scratch, still removing the old votes from another game? Yeah, you could. You can do whatever you would like with the votes. As long as, like, my thing is, as long as you are not voting more times than you are allowed to, than you may vote for, that whatever you would like to do with the number of votes you have is completely reasonable. That is the rule here. But yeah, the only caveat, once again, is if you want to add new games, you must replace at least one of the old ones so it doesn't get too much. It doesn't become too overwhelming for me. But anyways, thank you guys for being here and for, yeah, making me like just think a little bit more about the system, because I like these couple new ideas that we got going here for the system here, and especially with being able to give you guys more flexibility with the votes and stuff. Hey streamer, keep my second vote even though my sub ended. Yeah, don't worry about that. Absolutely no worries. Sorry for asking so many hypotheticals. I just like learning the inner workings of things. No, you're good. You're absolutely fine, because when you ask more questions, you get people to learn more. It's not that you're getting more information on things. Hey, thank you, Melly, for the gifted sub. Yeah, Jacob, you got to realize whenever you say something like that in my chat and Melly's there, you're gonna steal money from her wallet, man. Don't do that. I'm kidding. Or am I? Yo, Melly, though, thank you so much for the jokes aside, for the gifted sub. It's very kind of you as always. What in the heckage? Both votes for Tokyo. Both for okay, so both votes for Tokyo, right? See, so then you don't want Phasmophobia? Because I know you voted for Phasmophobia last time. Yo, Soul, how's it going, man? How are you doing, my good sir? And by the way, yeah, voting is closed right now. So please, nobody cast any new votes. I request that you don't do that right now, because we're about to spin the wheel. But if you want to change something, please feel free. But both for Tokyo? Okay, I got you. I got you, hombre. Alright, so no Phasmophobia then. Let's go up here. Badoo. And then for Tokyo. Got you. How's it going, Soul? Got done watching football? Nice, man. How did it go? Did your team win? Or whoever you were, rooting for? But yeah, no, again, Astra, it's completely fine to ask questions. I encourage it, because it doesn't just help you guys get information about this kind of system, but it also allows me to realize some things about it and think about some things that I could potentially improve with it. So Phasmo, you'll have to try off stream maybe too, for sure. Yeah, absolutely, man. Would mods deserve free vote privileges? Like one extra vote for the mods? Could be arranged. I think I should arrange it, yeah. Jacob gets the BFF friends since age 2 mod privilege golden extra vote. Maybe not a vote, but... Or maybe a vote. I want to give them something extra, actually, now that you ask. It's a good question. I like giving people who are, people who go out of their way to support the channel, and people who are very special to me in the community. I like finding creative ways to award them certain things and privileges, like being able to, like, this is really nice for me, getting to give you guys a little extra something with the subs, the ability to vote more. My team did win last Thursday night. Oh, wow. But was just watching the games today. Gotcha. Very cool, man. Give me money. Give me money. I gave you a couple $100 worth of a computer, if that counts, for your last birthday. But we can change the canon of it. We can change the lore of it. We can change it so I gave it to you because you're a mod of my channel. Reject birthday, embrace modernity. But anyways, guys, here we are. What say you jump right in? So these are all the voted games, and as you can see, yeah, of course, we finished Majora's Mask. Kill was the first winner. I want to like have a little golden column of winners, the stage of winners. So here's the most popular game by 6 votes, and this was by 7 tracks for Octopath Traveler. This might come as a surprise to Seb, but yeah, your game is Octopath is actually the most popular one, broski. And tracks also voted for Octopath 2, which is kind of funny. There are 2 votes for that. So in a way, Octopath actually has 8 votes. Is it tied? Oh, now it's tied with Ghostwire. You're right. Yeah, because Jacob took his vote out of Phasmophobia. So yeah, now it's with Ghostwire Tokyo. Okay, well, these are the most popular games, and we got 2. Yeah. By the way, this might be a little early, but you gonna do anything for Halloween, and you're gonna dress up Link into Link? I wish, man. I wish I could dress Link up. He really does not like wearing anything beyond just little bandanas that he gets from the groomer. He used to a long time ago, like being put into little costumes and stuff, but I mean, the last time I tried it a couple years ago, he really didn't like it. So we'll have to see. It'll be fun. I definitely want to play in the ocarina like we did the other day on stream. We tried playing the ocarina a little bit. I want to, like, on stream, play Happy Birthday for Link on the ocarina. That would be really fun. But yeah, Halloween for the scary stuff. Definitely gonna be playing Silent Hill F. Definitely have already seen a really scary fucking movie, VHS Halloween. I saw that at Jacob's house the other day. I highly recommend it. I don't know about highly, but I definitely recommend it if you're like me and you think you've seen everything there is to be seen with horror and you feel like nothing can scare your ass or shock your ass anymore. It's a pretty interesting watch. And it's Halloween themed, so you know. He's become an adult who still will not be humiliated by wearing silly costumes. Joking. No, you're good, you're good. Basically, that's Link. Yeah, he's like, I'm too old for this shit, alright? I'm gonna go back to playing with my little toy. I'm not too old for that. I was gonna recommend it to Melly, but seeing as she was upset about my last recommendation, yeah, shitpost aside, I can't tell if Melly took us seriously when we were like, yeah, him is one of the, well, we did say it's one of the movies of all time, and I was like really bad. She actually went and saw it. Oh dear. Captain's curled up next to me right now, and she's so cute. That's amazing. But yeah, VHS Halloween, and not scary, but really good, and in theaters, one battle after another. Those 2 movies are worth watching at the moment, if you ask me and or Jacob. Ansur. Oh yeah, him. Yeah, basically the 2+ hour movie. Dude, I don't know how. It was less than 2 hours, but it felt like it was 4 hours, man. It was that bad. It was atrocious. The whole movie was basically just a way for the main actor to aura farm and behave like he was in some kind of freaking Gucci commercial or perfume for men commercial, like some long ad campaign, and trying to get his like face into a bunch of magazines and shit like that for his portfolio. Like I turned to Jacob at one point during that movie and I'm like, this movie is straight up just for gay men and women to like gaze at the main character. She's a freak who you cannot leave earbuds unattended because she will eat the earwax, but she's so cute. Cats will be cats. Cats aren't supposed to have a sweet tooth, but Captain likes jam? What? I always find it interesting when Let's, you know, just go for the sweet stuff. You're like, give them the sweet stuff, because I can't give Link anything, which sucks. You basically can't have anything. Oh, you saw it, Melly? Oh my gosh, I love that movie. One Battle After Another. It was so good. It was so good. However, him, I have lasting grievances with both of you. You can tell we were joking. Oh no. Oh dear. Well, hey, at least you know, you got to experience something you didn't experience before, for whatever that's worth. Does anyone still like or don't like candy corn? I don't think I've ever tried candy corn, man. I'll be completely honest. I would like to at some point. To the point that when she was a kitten, Mom came home once to find her with her head in a jam jar that was waiting to be washed up on the counter. Cash is doing cat things. That is redonkulous, though. This movie is one of the movies of all time. My direct quote. Yeah, and then I think they said something after that. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, him is definitely one of the movies ever made. I could tell. I'm just being a bitch. Lol. No, don't worry. We're even bigger bitches. Jacob and I are the biggest bitches in town combined. So you're good. I think Captain's dreaming. I keep feeling her leg to. Hey, thank you, Aster, for that, by the way. Keep feeling her leg twitch next to me as if she's running. Melly was talking about that too on the last stream. I think Chewy was having a pretty interesting dream. People have mixed feelings about candy corn. What do you think about it, Soul? Do you like candy corn? Are you a fan of it? Would you put it in your tacos? Oh, probably not. Put real corn in your tacos. Fellow taco homie. She woke up, lol. Oh, rip. Hopefully it wasn't an amazing dream, so that, you know, she's not like, oh, I want to go back there. Just like me for real. Like they like the taste or don't like the taste? Yeah. Always hated. Candy corn tacos? Not sure it's a good combination. I don't think anything sweet is a good idea for a taco. And don't nobody out there come at me with, well, maybe it could be good, like freaking Tuesday. Bro actually he likes chocolate on pizza, but not like pastry pizza, actual cheese and tomato pizza. Yeah, let that thought sink in. All right, but don't worry, I'm gonna wash it away with something good here. We're gonna go ahead and finally do the wheel spinach. The wheel spinach. So we got all those games in here. Here they are. It's quite the big list. It's quite the big wheel this time around. What say you? We do the Spinnerodiums, Pepperoniums. Seeing pictures of them last year, they're smaller than I thought they were. Oh, the pets, or they're smaller? Oh, really? Or wait, sorry, what are those? Unless it's a Choco Taco, the ice cream treat. Choco, oh, yeah, like pastry type foods that are based on, you know, non-pastry food items. Like those can be pretty good. Did the wheel capture the vote change? Melly, thank you so much for pointing that out. I did not adjust it. Hang on, so let me get rid of one of, oh no, sorry, add one of those. So Ghostwire Tokyo. Bada boom. Erase Phasmophobia. Hey, welcome on in, Joker. He's a wheel. And also in case, because I noticed Joker didn't vote this time around in the Discord server, I'll go over it again. You guys can keep voting every single time for your games. You can stack your games and they can keep showing up as more entries into the wheel every time we do a session. In case you weren't aware. If you don't want to vote, that's totally fine too. If you just wanted to sleep on the session, that's completely understandable. But in case anybody out there didn't vote this time around because they thought that, okay, I already voted for my games last time, yeah, please keep in mind you can return to vote every single time for every new session to stack votes on top of your previous suggestions, or to re-vote if you want to, you know, select some other games that people have voted for and help them win. How are you doing, Joker? I think we can agree that candy corn is one of the taco toppings of all time. Yes, absolutely. Okay, you're talking about candy corns and oh yeah, candy corns and Addy. Oh, candy. Sorry, Jesus. You're talking about candy corns. Gotcha. Did the wheel capture the... Sorry, yes, I did that. Thank you, Melly. I don't think they're a thing here. Certainly not as widespread. Interesting. Yeah, I've literally never had... I know they're very widespread here. They're very, very common here. But I just haven't had them myself. And I thought they were like normal sweet size, maybe even a little on the large side. Yeah, they're small, aren't they? Like almost the size of corn. You are correct. I'm gonna just relax this time. Absolutely understandable, my friend. I just wanted to put it out there again in case anybody, because I know there was one person recently who didn't vote because they assumed that their votes from last time were still their votes and they couldn't add more on top of that. So thanks for the heads up though. Of course, man. And yo, thanks for being here. Hire me for your administrative needs. You are already hired without realizing it. You're all hired here. You're all hired, not fired. Okay, I'm pulling a reverse J. Jonah. Doing good, living life to my fullest, doing what I want is weird, but I'm liking it. Hey man, I love to hear that. That's amazing. Keep on keeping on, dude. How about yourself, sir? Man, I'm doing amazing. Thank you for asking. Been losing a lot of sleep recently, but other than that, I've been doing friggin' wonderful. Mainly because of stuff like this, streams like these, hanging out with you guys, getting to have experiences like this one. Can you build wheel with uploading Excel file? Yeah, that's a good question. I think you might be able to. Like if I go, like open. Okay, holy gosh, I actually don't want to open that right now. I realize this is my personal computer. I want to like dox myself with some shit. It's on my gaming PC, but I'm gonna have to check that out for next time. You should be able to do that because this is a very customizable wheel. Definitely don't want to dox myself. Yeah, next time I might do this on my gaming PC because I obviously have nothing on there except games. I don't have any like personal files and stuff. I don't know, we were working for Addy. Neat. Does the job have good benefits? Depends on how annoying you find my voice. If you like the sound of my voice, then I guess that's a benefit. Shit. Those are welcome. You're getting auditory soothing all the time, every time. Auditory treatment. Auditory soothery. Bellcat Administrative Services. MAS. Mass. Docking yourself is a no-no, Addy. Absolutely, man. This one time, like, someone doxed me on stream. It was terrifying. Because Joker will remember this. He was there. Joker, myself, and Flamin were playing Black Ops 3. And you all know, if you play these older Call of Duty games on PC especially, those games are rife with hackers and assholes who just sit waiting in lobbies to, like, jump into your game. And we were playing a private game, too. And, you know, they just take whatever opportunity they can and get on the mic and be like, oh, hey, I know the town you live. How's it living in that town, huh? Mind if I come by sometime? And that guy literally did that while I was playing Black Ops 3 with Joker and Flamin almost a year ago. And then I was like, nope, we're noping out of here. Let's go play some Lethal Company. I have to install like a little mod to make it so that people can't get into your private games and your private games are actually private. Had he doxed himself to me recently? Yeah, I dox myself to Jacob all the time. I dox myself to him all the frickin' time. They're of course hoping for Persona 5 or Ace Attorney to win. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. What's up, Vesper? Did you spin the wheel yet? I have not spun the wheel yet, but we were about to. Very close. I was here for that, Lamau. Good times from bad times. Yeah, to then good times again, thankfully. Because, yeah, the Lethal Company stream was really fun. Transcendental. Or for Melly's sake, Ghostwire Tokyo. Alright. Since we have some anticipation built up, right? 45 minutes into the stream, I say we expend the anticipation and morph it into some hype. Alright. Let's get a drum roll, please. A proverbial drum roll. I gotta do something like Shibby does on his stream, right? Where if you type claps, you hear like a clapping sound. I should enable something where it's like if you type drum roll, you hear like, you know, a drum roll. So you guys can do that in chat. Speaking of docs, anyone here from New York? Doing a real live drum roll. All right, drum roll, please. Here we go. It's time to spin this wheel.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby!
Oh,
shit!
We're getting Octopath Traveler 2. There you go, 7 tracks. Tracks! I know you're watching this clip right now. Get hyped! You crazy, amazing, spectacular bastard. Trax always with a W goated suggestions. Trax has wanted me to play this game for so long. He's wanted me to play this game forever now. And his dreams are finally coming true. He manifested this extra hard, by the way, recently. If you aren't following Trax, go check out his channel because recently he was doing a stream. And at the beginning of it, he was doing a little just chatting thing. And I was there, and he wanted to play a little bit of the music from the beginning of Octopath Traveler 2. I think it was the main menu screen. And he was talking about just how impactful that was for him. And I was listening to him playing that music, and I was like, man, I haven't even played the game, and this is getting even me. So I'm super excited to play this game now and actually experience it, you know, and actually see what the music does because of what's in the game. You know, so we're always winning with some incredible games out here. And even if this one didn't win, right, I want you guys to know that all the suggestions that I saw were absolutely amazing suggestions that I would have been almost as excited for. I say almost because this one, I won't lie, I've been extraordinarily excited for because it's a freaking JRPG in the vein of all the old classic stuff that I'm a massive fan of. It's crazy how between Majora's Mask and this game, I swear to God, I'm not rigged this, by the way. It's not rigged, all right? I can see the rigged accusations incoming. The whole reason we do this stream is to prove to you guys I'm not rigging it. I ain't rigging nothing. But between Majora's Mask and this game, oh man, I'm getting the things that I really, really want. You know, all the stuff that you guys want me to play, those are the things that, man, I would want to play because they're awesome. But these ones I really, really want. So hell yeah, dude. Better luck next time, guys. No, I'm kidding. There's no luck. All right, there ain't no luck. It may feel like it, but luck is an illusion, mother flippers. Because, as I said, every game is going to be played. You see every game on this list? All of it is going to be played eventually. Unless you guys obviously want to change your votes, you want to change your games, everything here is going to get played. All right? So don't you worry. You know what? I kind of talked about how Octopath looked and got to thinking that's how Square should remake Chrono Trigger. Like how Octopath looks like with remastered music. Yeah, man. I mean, I've seen a little bit of gameplay from Octopath. I've heard the music and stuff. And if they do a remake for Chrono Trigger someday or just a really high quality remaster, I mean, I hope they go the Octopath route or take some, you know, cues from that. But all right, man, I can't wait to make this clip instead of the track sim. It's gonna, I know he's been excited about some stuff recently off stream. He got a new microphone and everything. So if I send this to him, this news is gonna make his already pretty awesome week even better. So I'm excited for that. Streamer said he's rigging this to play what he wants. Yes, I absolutely said that. How'd you know? MH Wilds do be wild. Someday we'll be wilding in the MH Wilds. Alright, I think I got everything. Alright guys, there you go. So we're gonna be playing Octopath Traveler 2. And I think it's really funny how despite Octopath 1 getting 6 votes, the one with 2 votes won. Right, we're starting with the 2 that got the 2 votes before the first game, but it doesn't matter because I know they're not connected. I would have liked to play 1 first because I like playing the chronology of a series, but I mean, I can't. You literally cannot go wrong with either games, I don't think. And from everything I've heard, you know, from both Seb and Trax, the first game is great, but the second game is on another level. So. Maybe next time the games will get picked soon. You guys are trying to hurt me with the lizards. You guys are dumb. You're sending the lizards to me. You're trying to send them to me, but you're actually sending them to the freaking wheel. And I'm not even in my computer right now, so I don't know what you guys are doing. Like, you guys are just, you know, wasting precious energy with your fingers. I don't see no lizards around here. Huh? I don't see them anywhere. I see them near the wheel. Right, there you go. You see them? I see them near the Google Doc. Also, yeah, you guys are inflicting friendly fire on your entries with the lizards right next to them. Like, here you go. Yeah, like, there you go, Vesper. You're currently injuring your chances of getting MH Wilds because you're spawning in lizards right next to that. You're basically spawning into a COD lobby, taking your Galil, and freaking mowing down your teammate and getting kicked out of the lobby in hardcore free-for-all. Going from Octopath 2 to Octopath 1 would be underwhelming. Yeah, I will definitely play Octopath 1 at some point, but it probably won't be any point in the future. I think if it ever happens, you know, because it is more difficult to go back to like the earlier couple games after you play you know, the newest entries. But I'm someone who likes to do that kind of thing, so that's why I'll never say never about that, and that's why I will keep that in the list as well. I think that could be fun. Lizard. Lizard, is that bad lizard karma? I mean, you tell me. You're the guys who spawned in a gazillion lizards in the chat just now. What is a Galil streamer? I think it was a weapon in that one game. I'm pretty sure some people pronounce it Galil, but yeah, those people are dumb. I think it's called Galil. Just like, you know, Galileo. I think it's Galileo. Mamma mia, mamma mia. FF16 just crashed after I put the lizard. Oh no. See, you guys are inflicting friendly fire upon yourselves. All right. And now you guys are asking me all these questions like, oh wait, is lizard bad karma and stuff? Like, what, should I not have done that? I mean, you tell me. You're the ones who did it. You already know I don't like the lizards. I'm just never going to approve of the lizards. If you want to spawn in the lizards to hurt yourselves, all right then. Just don't spawn them in to hurt me. Addy should open a PO box and then we will fill it with lizards. Well, good thing Canada Post has the utmost brain rot brain injury in the entire world, and I can't open a PO box. Trax might have to coach Addy and Octopath. I hope not. But hey, you know, if he was in the neighborhood and if it was on Phona Tracks like you were on Phona Soul, I will never say no. But yeah, I don't want to like break your guys' backs with how hard you've been carrying me, you know, with this stuff like Bajora's and, you know, potentially Octopath 2. Galileo Figuero. Who's hyped for Black Ops 7? I can't wait, dude. You know, I can't wait to play it on Game Pass. I'm gonna be paying $30 a month for now. I'm gonna be paying $360 a year for now. Oh boy, to play the same game as last year, just worse. Dog. You know it. You know I'm hyped. Addy, please sing the entire song if you're gonna start. Which song? Which one are we talking about, huh? Are we talking about minus 61? Have I ever really loved someone? Do I deserve what I've got? Will Link and Lizard be friends? I think Link would like lizards. That's a really good question, actually. Because there aren't any lizards around where I am, but growing up in India, there were a ton of them. And I had 2 dogs growing up. But even then, I don't know if they really like lizards or not. I don't know if they ever really noticed them, because they'd crawl around on the ceilings really high on up. Like every time I would enter a room, I would look around my immediate surroundings and go, okay, they're better not. I would be like a freaking, you know, Navy SEAL, just looking through the room, checking my corners, like breaching and entering pretty much, making sure there were no lizards around. It was a terrifying experience for me, let me tell you. But fun to think about. Would Link and lizards be friends? Generally, he doesn't care for small critters. and stuff, he just looks at them and gets a bit curious. So I'm guessing maybe he'd be friends with them. That's what's considered being friends. Me, when I have Brian injury, only have Link Wizard, the lizard. Yeah, you know what? Actually, Vesper answered the question for you. This man is not Brian injured. He's a genius. Because it's Link plus wizard equals lizard. So, of course. Of course they'd be friends. Yeah, hype. We never introduced Link to mine. That's right. It was probably because Link was busy not existing at the time. I think that might have been a part of it. Maybe. Just maybe. Addy, how'd you cope? I have no idea. I have no idea. Me growing up in India for like 9 or 10 years, the gist of it was I would go into a room, I would look around, my heart would be pounding. I'd look around the corners of the room, I'd look at the ceiling, the crevices, and I'd be like, please, dear God, let there not be lizards. And if there are no lizards, I'd go lie down on my bed, and I'd look behind my bed to make sure there weren't any crawling around there. And if there were, I'd book it, and, you know, I'd go ask somebody to get rid of them. He's in Canada now for one reason. You're joking? You're joking, but legitimately, one of the things stopping me from going back to visiting India, which I haven't been there in like almost 11 years at this point, is the fact that there are lizards there. Every time I think about it, I'm like, oh man, I actually gotta visit family and stuff, but oh fuck, there are lizards. Fuck that. That's one of the reasons when, you know, Shibby and I meet up in the future someday, I ain't going to Thailand, man. That's the land of like giant lizards that eat people. All right, you think me of all people who's afraid of the tiniest of lizards are gonna want to go there? Yeah, the land of thighs. All right, no amount of hot thighs are gonna get me to go to the land of thighs. If there's some goddamn dragons out there. Maybe dress Link into a lizard and dress a lizard into a dog. Oh dear, man. A lizard that's a dog? That would just be absolute stuff of nightmares material. Oh shit, it's playing Decisive Battle as part of Lo-Fi? Oh, that's a good one. I'm playing some Tactics Lo-Fi in the background right now. Haven't heard this yet. Bro hasn't been to India for as long as Godzilla 2014 has been out. Actually, no, wait, I was in India in 2014, and then I moved back here. I moved back to Canada during like a month or two ago in 2015. So it's been like 10 years and 2 months. No, actually, moved back in June, technically. So it's been 10 years and 5 months. It's almost 10 and a half years. Addy plus lizards equals hyper. Hyper emote. The hyperoniums, man. Can't be contained. Can't be contained. No, I will brag all day, all night. I'll brag home to the cows and home to the chicken and home to the sheep and home to the frogs on the front porch about how I adore spiders and I'm not afraid of spiders. I was telling a story the other day in Shibby's chat about how growing up in India... No, this is a nice thing I liked about growing up in India. In my backyard, there was a huntsman spider, all right, who would always hang out there, and I just loved looking at webs and stuff, all right? And he was like in this one spot in the corner outside on his little porch, and I would always go out to like check up on him, and I didn't know what to give spiders, how to like, you know, care for them and stuff, so I'd just like sit there and look at him, and I thought that was really cool. And I would do that a couple times every week, and then he was just gone. There's one time I went out and he was gone, and I was heartbroken, man. I was so sad. I was so freaking sad. Spiders I love. I'll brag home about that because now people don't like spiders usually, but people love lizards. I don't like lizards, but hey, he has to stop making fun of me because I can make fun of you with a more popular thing to hate on and fear, and those are spideys. Jacob, did you move with Addy to India and back, or were you separated for many years? So I would basically visit, and Jacob's probably telling the story in the chat too. yeah, every summer and once or twice in Christmas, I would visit Canada for a couple months and then go back to India. I lived there, so I was born here in Canada and I lived here for 4 years. And then I moved back to India with my family when I was 4. And then I would visit back here every summer, sometimes occasionally in the winters, but really only twice in like 10 years. And then in 2015, I moved back for good. And every time I'd visit, obviously, I would see Jacob. So yeah, we would basically cry, man. We would freaking be bawling whenever I would leave. Like my mom would call his mom from the airport, and I'd be crying. I'd just say bye one last time, and then I'd be gone for the rest of the year, and I would come back the next summer. And now I'm back, baby. I'm back. And I live no more than Jacob and I live in the same town. And I live no more than like 20 to 30 minutes away from him. Not unless they are big spiders from RE1. Yeah, I think those things can kill people. It's less so that their appearance it scares me, and more so the fact that it's something that would kill me. You know, it's like freaking who was that one serial killer? What was his name again? That was like really attractive. It was like a ladies' man who would unfortunately kidnap women and kill them in like the 80s. That really charismatic dude who was like super notorious. It's like, sure, ladies think he's hot, but they're gonna want to run the other way, you know, if he's someone who can kill them, which he did do a whole lot of, sadly. That's how I feel about the spiders in RE1. That was probably one of the most wholesome aspects of our childhood. Yeah, man, absolutely. What's crazy is in the future, I'm going to go back to India with him, maybe this winter. That's what we're hoping for, yeah. If my mom doesn't visit this winter, the idea is that I'm going to be going over there for the first time in a very long time to visit my mom and my family. And the plan is to potentially take Jacob with me. So that'll be very cool. Very coolium. Very, very wholesome friendship. Yeah. Absolutely, man. If not now, it will happen. Absolutely. Absolutely someday. Someday, somehow, sometime. Just like the Octopath Traveler 1 playthrough, because we're going right into Octopath 2, and everything else. Someday, somehow, sometime. In the near future, we'll be visiting all these scams. Wholesome. Yeah, brother from another mother. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and write down the schedule for the streams this coming week. I'm not gonna be streaming as much as last week. I'm gonna be streaming thrice this week, probably. I'll start on Tuesday as always, and then do Thursday and Friday. I want to start with Octopath 2 on Tuesday because I want to get to the games, get to your games as soon as possible. So we'll be starting with that. And Thursday and Friday, I'm thinking about going back into some Death Stranding 2 because I have a plan to platinum it by a certain date in November for a very special reason, for a really cool, interesting reason. That's a surprise for you guys. It's going to be a big announcement. But I want to, but a part of that, if I can make it happen, it's not essential, but I really want to make it happen, is platinuming Death Stranding 2. I haven't forgotten about that one. So I want to put a lot of progress into that game. And then the week afterwards, we'll return to some more Hades 2 and Tactics. Is it a fun surprise? I think it is. It's really fun for me, right? And if you're the types of people out there who I think you are, I know a lot of you are, you know what? I know all of you are because you're all amazing people. Then it's going to be a fun surprise for you because it's a fun surprise for me. Or not, it's not a surprise for me. I know what it is. But it's fun for me, so it'll be fun for you. If you have fun because I'm having fun, then it'll be fun for you. Because you guys are amazing. Amazing people have fun because the people they are around are having fun. By the way, if 8 make a suggestion, you should put a pinned message to show the game that won in case anyone came by after you have spun the wheel. Oh yeah, dude. Soul, that is a wonderful suggestion. We spun the wheel. Congrats to Trax and Octopath Traveler 2 for winning. And put a little emote there. There you go. Fantastic. Not amazing. I cannot be accused of being anything good. I will vehemently deny. Well, as our favorite Magellano man coined, thank you for the lies, Melly. One thing I can absolutely tell you're guilty of is lying. And right now, you're lying to me. Don't you lie to me or continue to lie to me. Tell me lies. Tell me sweet little lies. Melly, have you seen that, by the way? That's such an amazing video that you would love because it is a Todd Howard video. Okay, let's pull it up right now, actually. Todd and the sweet little lies. Actually, I don't know if I want to watch it right now, but I'll send it to you. I'll put that in the chat. It's a good watch. The stream might get muted for the music in it. Watch the Surprise Me candy and soda for everyone in Addy's chat. Yo, candy and soda? Damn, son. That sounds like a good time. Me being surprised at that gave away that that's not the surprise, by the way. Because otherwise I'd be like, just you wait and see. I will neither confirm nor deny that. But instead I was like, candy and soda, that's a good idea. So I ousted myself that, you guys are not getting candy and soda. But I could make that part of the equation. We could put in spiritual, metaphorical candy and soda in the chat. We could do that. The imagination is a powerful tool. I'll be Addy choice of the type of it'll be Addy's choice on the type of candy and soda. If I could decide right now, damn, you guys would be getting, well, we would have Dr. Pepper. Okay, if I could choose 3 sodas, right? They'd all be diet, first of all, because alright, if you don't like diet, get used to it. Okay, if you're already used to it, good, because diet soda is amazing, all right, and it's good for your health, and I care about your health. So there'll be Diet Dr. Pepper, there'll be Coke Zero, or no, Dr. Pepper Zero, because I'm a bigger fan of the Zero stuff. Coke Zero, okay, and the third one's gonna be Ginger Ale Zero. All right, those are the 3 drinks. And as for the candies, you guys are gonna get the Nerds Gummy Clusters. All right, you're gonna get those. And you guys are gonna get Kit Kat bars, so I love Kit Kats. And number 3, what do I want to put for number 3? Gummy worms. Shit, I haven't had gummy worms in so long, and I love those. Or even better, actually. Oh man, the little hard candies you would get from the gumball machines growing up at like the grocery stores and stuff. Those ones. Are you gonna find out we share a birthday? I mean, I'll tell you my birthday is. That's not a surprise. It's June 16th. I don't know when your birthday is, though. Is that a surprise for us? Is that what it will be? Depends. When's your birthday? Candy suggestions on point. Okay, good. Nice choice of candy with the drinks. Oh, no. All right, you know what? We'll add a bonus drink. What's your favorite drink? We'll add a bonus one. Because I'm a soda aficionado. I like all the sodas out there. I don't really have I have preferences, but I don't have one that I'll be like, well, I want that soda. I'm not like the kind of guy who's like, root beer? Gross. I like root beer. Root beer is awesome. It's in November, no, but at the same time, yes, because it's so close. It's so close. Happy belated birthday. Pink lemonade or... Ooh, okay, lemonade. Wait, that's not a soda, though. Is there like a soda version of like soda carbonated lemonade? Wait, not belated. I'm stupid as shit. Happy early birthday. Belated is when it's already been your birthday. Well, it technically could be a belated happy birthday because, you've had birthdays before. You had your last birthday last November. Yeah, there you go. Happy belated 2024 birthday. Happy little accidents. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Seb. Seb the Leb. I know me and Addie's birthday are 10 days apart. Yeah, I remember that. Yes. I remember your birthday is it 10 days after or 10 days before mine? So mine is June 16th. Is yours June 26th or June 6th? That's what I'm trying to remember right now. But I do remember, yeah, back when I was playing Death Stranding this June. You were talking about that. The 6th. Okay, amazing. Let's go. June gang. What is yours, Jacob's step? So Jacob's birthday is February. February. Was it February 8th? Ah, shit on a stick. Jacob, are you there? Jacob, are you okay? I don't think Jacob's there. Shit! I think it's February 8th, though. It better be February 8th. I don't know if I'm a fake friend. I'm so bad. Like, this happens to me all the time, man. I know when people's birthdays are, I swear. But sometimes I'm, like, uncertain if I remember the exact day. Even though I'm usually correct about it. When they revealed RE9 and when Capcom were promoting the anniversary of Resident Evil. Yes, that was the little anime arc that we were experiencing back in June. And that was your birthday too. And the amazing thing is, for those of you who don't know, June 6th was, yes, when they were doing exactly what he's saying in the chat. And during the reveal of RE9, as a part of it, they got the actress who plays Lady Dimitrescu, the giant pale lady who chases you around in RE8, to do a little happy birthday cover on a little telephone. So it was almost like she was singing happy birthday to Soul. And it's like, so it's amazing because like, why was she doing that, right? Like, why? I don't remember why. Was it the anniversary or something of, yeah, the anniversary of Resident Evil. There you go. So she was saying happy birthday for the Resident Evil anniversary, which, I mean, even then it's cool because normally you don't sing happy birthday for an anniversary event. Well, sometimes you could, sometimes you don't. So it was kind of perfect. What is a weird birthday? Not a November Valentine's Day, baby. Yeah, wait, when's Valentine's Day again? Is it in November? What's Valentine's Day again? I forgot. No, it's February, right? Valentine's Day is February. I don't know. I literally don't know when Valentine's Day is. It's the day I give the least of a shit about in the entire year. February 14th. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha game. It was the right day for her to sing happy birthday. Yeah. Like for two reasons, right? RE anniversary and because it was someone's birthday. I wonder who. Oh, all the Valentine's babies are born in November. Right, okay, because, yeah, women are pregnant for extra amount of time because this is when fuck time happened in the fuck time and Valentine, and then they're born in November time. Source, I'm doctor. All right. All Indians are doctors or engineers. So, yeah, I knew that. Melly was conceived on Valentine's Day, born in November. Yep. Like I said, I'm doctor. I know how this stuff works. I need to go back to playing some Resident Evil. I played the remake of RE1. Yeah, man, dude, I've been watching Shibby going through it recently. And I played it for the first time last year, courtesy of Pickle. Because he gets to be so many games on Steam, man. That guy's a legend. He recently resubbed at tier 3. So I was like, I'm gonna finally play a gifted game because I have so many of these, I have to get to them. So I played it for Spooky Month last year, and man, was it incredible! Like, this was after I played like RE7, RE8, RE4, RE4 remake, and it still is in my, like, even then, I decided RE1 remake was in my top 3 RE games. It's so good. And I was watching Shibby play again recently. I'm like, man, I gotta like just. There's something about this game that even though it's a horror game, like you'll probably know what I'm talking about, Soul. It has such a cozy vibe to it, maybe because of the music and just like the vibes of the game. Like, yes, it is scary. Yes, it is haunting. But it feels like, and Ian described it best last year. He was like, it's like a mug of warm milk. And it couldn't have been a more apt description. That's how I feel watching gameplay of RE1. And I was like, yo, I should probably get this again on my Switch, because it'll be a fun game to just kind of play while going to bed and replaying as Chris or something, because I didn't do that yet. And, you know, getting a better understanding of the game, because the first time you go through it, it's kind of like how I went through Majora's Mask, as you saw. I was confused about a lot of the puzzles, where to go, what to do, and the best part about RE is replaying and getting better at them and getting more efficient and challenging yourself. And I mean, you did a randomizer too of Resident Evil 1, so that's got to add like a whole other level to the game. I used to care about Valentine's Day because you have to while in a relationship. Exactly, yeah. This is me bouncing off the lore from last time about how I'm a Pringle and a tin of Pringles where there's only one Pringle and it's single. Next year I will care about Valentine's Day because it stings extra hard when you're single. Yeah, for sure. Overall a pretty crappy holiday. Well, yeah, I know what you mean, man. I totally get it. Like I think it's either the best of holidays or the worst of holidays. There's really no in between. Unless you're like me. Unless you're like me. There's the in between where you're like, meh. You could be in a Seb, it could be worse. You could be in a relationship, not a relationship. No, he says. Not a single, not single. Also not going to celebrate Valentine's Day. Yeah, that's fair. I still never played RE5, but I do know that it's best to play with a friend, but two problems. One, I don't have the game, and two, don't know anyone else who has it and played it. Yeah, because RE5 is a multiplayer game, right? Yeah, you gotta like, to get the best experience out of it, play with somebody else. I don't know if like the solo experience is any good. Probably is okay, I guess, but nowhere near as fun. Well, maybe if I get around to it someday, we could play it together. Maybe you could vote for it too. I mean, no pressure, of course. But hey, if you vote for the game, if you guys ever want to force me to play a game, you know how to do it now. It's right in front of you. If you're like, oh shit, I really want to play this game with Addy. I really wanted to play it. You absolutely can just go ahead and... Oh, no. Single Pringle. Thankfully, not everyone loves Pringles, which is crazy. I know people who don't like them. So nobody's going to open the tin that I'm in and put me in their mouth. That'll be terrifying. I don't want to get eaten as a single Pringle. Doing a randomizer of the old Resident Evil games is fun. I know because I have done a randomizer of both... Also, let's go to the full screen here. I've done a randomizer of both 1 and 2. Yeah, have you pretty much done randomizers of almost all of them at this point? Well, all the classic ones, I guess. And have you done... You did a randomizer of 4, I remember. Yeah, those seem fun, dude. I also have to play OG2 at some point. I never played it. Why don't you and Jacob celebrate your beautiful bromance on Valentine's Day? That kind of sus. Isn't Valentine's Day for like romantic relationships? Don't worry, Jacob and I celebrate our bromance every day. Every day is bromance day. You can come up with our own holidays. Is it not? Wait, I was under the impression Valentine's Day, the whole point of it is that like it's a day to celebrate with your significant other. No worries, I shall not put you in my mouth. Please don't. I taste bad. Sure did. Nice. Yes, you played all the randomizers. There's a thing called guy love. That is very true. The bromance, as we say. But every day should be bromance day, alright? We don't need no Valentine's Day for a bromance day. Valentine's Day is stupid. Sorry, and that's just my opinion, alright? Don't get offended, Valentine's Andes. FF16 is peak. FF16 is really good. Yeah, I know you've been going through it for the first time, Ricky. I like the story a lot. I like the music a lot. I like the really large-scale boss fights a lot. Gameplay is not my favorite, but man, yeah, the music. Freaking Soken is a legend. I'm really glad you're liking it, man. It's also Galentine's Day for the ladies. I love that. I actually never thought of that. Galentine's Day? That's amazing. Why shouldn't also be for the guys? Because every day is bromance day. That's the lore. Bromances can be more serious than real relationships. Man, bromances are the freaking best. Bromances are like the purest of relationships. All right, because then you got like a wide spectrum of relationships, right? You got like the pure relationships that are just purely platonic. You're like amazing friends. You know, you got this really strong bond. Then you got like the romantic relationships where you got your significant other. And, you know, the best thing about just having a solid, pure relationship with somebody is that, you know, those have unbreakable bonds, pretty much. Other kinds of relationships, they're bonds, but those bonds can be breakable. They can be fragile, right? They're not there to last forever. But then you have like a really strong, solid, pure, pretty much romance relationship, which pretty much falls under that. Man, those hit. My boy! What's going on, Rudy? Welcome on in, my friend. I want to bromance. Maybe you can get a sis-mance. That works too. There's the bros and the sisters. The broskis and the sistis. Just chatting Addy is peak Addy. Man, it's so fun. One of the reasons I was very excited to do the whole Wheel Spin Sunday thing was so that I could finally start doing just chatting streams. I've been asked to do these kind of streams in the past by folks like Pickle in the community, and I've loved the idea. The problem with it, though, is that if you're a small streamer, understandably, there's no guarantee that anybody's going to show up. So if you kind of go live with it just chatting, with the intention of just hanging out with folks, and no one's there, it's going to be like, so, nice weather today, huh? All right, I had bacon for breakfast. What do you guys have? Yeah, nice. Yeah, empty chat. Great. Yeah, I hope you guys had a really nice afternoon. You know, the other day, you see that one Jay's game? You know, yeah, cool. But now when you actually go into just chatting with a goal, right? So we have like the spinning wheel that we're here to do at the very least. Then it's like, okay, whatever. If no one's here to hang out, vibe, that's totally fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and do what I set out to do, which is spin the sacred wheel of sacred proportions. But no, seriously though, I really do appreciate you guys hanging out and making these wheel spin streams so much more fun. And yeah, I'm really happy that we have this stuff going now for the community. The broskies and the sistis, siskies. Siskies could sound Siskmance. Sistmance. Oh dear god, never mind. Yeah, shit, cyst. Fuck. I know that word exists and I forgot it did for a second. Okay, we gotta have to rebrand that. I would be there. Hey, appreciate you, Ricky. And like, even if you guys are not, right? Like, the thing is, you need to find a way to enjoy your own company when you stream, right? You need to just be able to be here and enjoy the process. You need to enjoy the craft. You need to be able to enjoy, at the very least, hitting the live button, making whatever content you're going to be making. Because if you're not able to enjoy that, then you're not going to be able to be here for the long run, which is fine, right? It just may not be for you. Different things for different folks. But with streaming, you have to be a little bit weird in the head, where it's like you have to be completely okay just being live without anybody being there and talking to a room with no one there, right? And addressing a room as though you have people there. And if you find that you're okay with that and you enjoy that, you just enjoy the process of that, then you know you're going to be able to be here for a while. And that's kind of where I'm at with streaming. That's where I've always been at with it. But then people actually showing up, supporting you, you know, you becoming friends with these people and developing really positive connections. That's like the most wonderful icing on the cake on top of this thing you already love doing. And those are the things you gotta like try and seek out, right? The things that already, you know, bolster the thing that's what you already really enjoy in the world. So, no, that's why you guys the freaking best, because you take this thing I already love doing and you just elevate it, you know, so much further. We're about to end up with, hey, there he is, the man, the myth, the Shinobi. We're about to end up with another Gino Nuggets. Oh god, I hope not. the cursed duology. Hopefully not hopefully there won't be a third one, Melly, because then it's just gonna be the cursed trinity, not the holy trinity, the unholy trinity. Ian pays me to be here. Did he gift you a subscription to FF14? You're here because of Joker. I remember, Ricky. I remember the first stream where you showed up, dude. It was when I was playing Final Fantasy VI, and you mentioned suplexing the train when I was playing Sabin, because I loved Sabin in that game, the monk. I remember the very first stream you were here. You've been here ever since, man. You're the freaking best. You brought people here too. Yeah, dude, it's been wonderful. It's been so nice connecting with so many of you guys and just feeling that amazing community spirit. Watch out, Ineditable spilling the truth here. Welcome on in, man, the Shinobi. And yeah, there's a shout out. Make sure you go follow this man right here. All right, the man, the myth, the Shinobi. Okay, because he's gonna need all the TTS spam that he can get in his chat to drive him more and more insane while he's doing his legendary Sekiro speedruns. I'm just kidding to the first part, okay? Don't spam TTS, even though he has an incredible level of patience that we should all strive for. But I wasn't kidding about the other part. Go follow him. All right, go do that. No, get your secretary to cancel your plans. Get her to drop a follow on twitch.tv/Shinobi the Shibby. How are you doing, Shibby? It was really fun watching you finish E33 yesterday, dude. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but yeah, you went for the Mael ending. And it was really cool seeing your reasoning, and this is the beauty of that game's ending, man, is there's no right or wrong answers. Everyone can have their own perspective towards things. It's wonderful. Yeah, no spoilers, no spoilerinos at all. Don't worry, Seb. We got you, because Seb's going through it for the very first time. And even if he wasn't here, man, I will always do my best. I will always do my best to avoid giving spoilers about this game. I don't want to know. Yeah, don't worry. I'm not going to elaborate any further on that, because I did want to talk about it a little bit for like the folks who played it, but I won't go any further than like, you know, just acknowledging that we know what we know, but I'm not going to give any spoilers. So you good. You spoil it, you get lizard. True, true. Yeah, that's the price I have to pay. I have to share a room with a lizard. That is the as a consequence. Yeah, I don't want to elaborate any further on that. I'm just gonna say, yeah, he got a certain ending. But man, like the way it's written at the end and how there's no right or wrong answers is freaking brilliant. That's all I'm gonna say. I remember me and you and voice chat, and you were yapping about Shinra Manor. Yeah, that's right. I remember going into the little voice chat I set up for Ricky for when he wants to play Final Fantasy VII, and just going on a freaking rant about Final Fantasy VII story stuff, because I'm obsessed. I think it was in the middle of Crisis Core or OG7. It might have been OG7, because yeah, Crisis Core, I think you started a little bit after you joined. But too kind, the lies are pumping hard here. There it is. Thank you for the lies. We referenced that earlier on the stream. I pulled a thank you for the lies on Melly, who was lying about herself not being amazing. That is the greatest use of thank you for the lies. There is a Mael ending. Sorry, I read that. My Materia Cave! Ricky's Materia Cave. Wait, but I have no more FF7 to play. There's always FF7 to play. Can't play it enough. Post-rebirth depression. Yeah, I feel you, man. I had the post-rebirth blues as well. Postpartum depression. I was playing OG7 when I joined Ares started Crisis Core in March. That's right, yeah. I finished FF6 in February, and that's also when Kill joined the community, and I got to know a lot of you folks through Kill, like Melly, for example, and a whole bunch of other people, which was crazy. FF6 was a huge freaking Pandora's box for me. It's always my favorite thing in the world when I play games that are extremely well received on stream, and I also get to meet amazing people, because then I just think of the game as not great because of the game itself, but I start associating it with the people I got to meet. I'm like, yo, this game is amazing because I met this person through this game. And a lot of that has happened in the past, and FF6 is probably the most recent example of that. So hell yeah. But yeah, for those of you just tuning in, we spun the wheel and Octopath Traveler 2 won. It's a game I've been very excited to play, and Trax has wanted me to play for a very long time. Seb here has also wanted me to play it. He's a big fan of the Octopath series. Ban Melly if she says she's not amazing. Be careful. Yeah, liars get banned. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. Depends on the kind of lies, but most lies, we kill the lies with kindness. Octopath hype, baby. Man, I can't wait. This is gonna be great. Anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here because I gotta go get myself some food. I gotta go feed my doggo. These streams aren't usually long streams. They're just fun streams to catch up, spin the wheel. That's the main goal. Keep it around 1.5 to 2 hours. This was really fun. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Seriously, everyone who did. And thank you everyone for voting. Everyone who voted. Congrats to Trax. And I also want to say Seb, because I know Seb really wanted me to play Octopath. Even though, yes, he voted for the first one. I'm not assuming. I know from Seb's perspective, you just can't go wrong with either of these. All right, so this is a win for both Seb and Trax, getting Octopath 2 here. Not just Trax. Bye, Addy. Bye, everyone in the chat. Have a wonderful one, Seb. Have a great one, Ricky. Shibby, thank you for dropping in as well. It's always a plus to see you. Face ya, bro. Frickin' likewise, man. This man here is a legend. You guys are all legends. Octopath 2 is killer. I freaking believe it, man. Again, that menu music I was listening to on Trax's stream, and he was gushing over it. Dude, I was like, man, I can see how, because I haven't even played the game and I'm getting chills. So this is gonna be special. I've really wanted to play it. I feel the same way about winning this as I did with Majora's Mask almost. So this is wonderful. All right, guys, take care. Thank you for being here. Melly, who else? Soul, of course. Jacob, my brother from another mother. Vesper. Astra was here too, I know, at the beginning. And Rudy dropped in too. Thank you, Rudy. Shout out to you guys. Take care. I'm gonna go to my little be gone, be bye-bye screen before I forget. And let's also see if there's anyone to raid. The night is young, so I'm sure there'll be some friendos streameroniumings. Let's see here, shall we? Oh, hey, look who it is. Bween is streaming. Let's go ahead and raid Bween. I haven't raided Bween before, so we're gonna go ahead and do just that. And also, before I forget, a special shout out to Melly again for the gifted sub to Jacob. Always being a freaking legend for that kind of thing. Seriously. Guys, we're gonna be raiding Bween. Take care, everybody. We'll drop in. She's I think just doing some chatting right now. So let's go show her all the love there. Anyways, take care, guys. I'll see you on Tuesday, where we'll be starting up Octopath 2, and then Thursday and Friday, I think, for more Death Stranding 2. Okay? Take care, everybody. Keep on keeping on.